Well, I grew up in Pond Creek, which is 11 miles from here, and Homer grew up here in Medford. I always knew who he was, but we really didn't get together till we were in our 30s. I had 3 children from a previous marriage, and he also had 3 children. So when we put them together, I just had dreams of it being like the Brady Bunch. And it really didn't turn out quite that way, but then we had another child too, so altogether we have 7, and they've all been a blessing in their own different ways.
I'm the local sports announcer. I cover basketball and football games. The reason I fell into it, it was accidental. High school principal came to me when I was 24 years old here in the community and said, "Homer, could you fill in for us? We lost our announcer. There's 2 more games this year." So I said, "Okay, I'll do it." Well, this year will be my 50th year of filling in, 51-year contracts. And so I keep saying, hey, we got to find somebody else. It's getting harder and harder for me to climb those stairs, but they keep asking me back.
First Baptist Church of Medford has been a blessing to me. They're my family. I teach a Sunday school class. I lead the music. We have a children's choir. It's something I just really like doing.
Another thing that we've got involved with is exchange students. We've brought over 100 students from all over the world. Many of these kids have never darkened the door of a church, don't even know what Christ is or anything. And it's such a wonderful, wonderful feeling when one of them does accept Christ. I have always wanted to give back to the Lord what I can, because I realized in a lot of the earlier years I didn't tithe. I tried to tithe, and I tithed most times, but there was times I just couldn't tithe. And I go back to First Baptist Church of Medford. The church consisted of my family and 2 others. And it wasn't until the 40s until the church took off, but normally my father or one of the other men would preach, and that would be our services. I always wanted to do something to honor him. And the good Lord chose to give me a bonus. And so I took his 10% of the bonus and I set up a donor advice fund so that they can remember him by.
All of my kids have been to Falls Creek, and my grandkids. I've taken my granddaughters to children's camp and been a sponsor. It's just a magical place, really.
Why do I give to Falls Creek? I'm just trying to give back some of what Falls Creek's given to me. Falls Creek has been my life. I've got closer to God. I've got closer to my wife. I've got closer to my family. I've got closer to my children. And I knew that Falls Creek is where it's all at. And so I started giving Falls Creek.